Facebook. Welcome to our broadcast tonight. As you join the line, please do what we always do. Say hi, tell me who you are. Just going to clean this camera again. Heaps better. Excellent. We've got I didn't mention what tonight's topic would be until right now. I just realized that I never posted earlier like I normally do. So I know there'll be a lot of value some families can get that can make a huge impact on our children's self-esteem on this topic. So hello there, Amanda. Good to have you on the line. First one on the line, honey. Hey, Maria. Thank you so much for all your support, Maria, and all your sharing and tagging that's going on. I really appreciate you. I really, really do. Welcome. I see a whole bunch of you joining now. Say hi. Tell me who you are. Tell me where you're from, what city, what country. Let's just chat for a couple of seconds while we give everyone a chance to get their notification and jump on the line. Hello, Carly Radford. This one's for you tonight. Vicky, hello there. Oh, hello there, Greg Noonan. Oh, thanks for the love heart. Tracy Piscopo. Paul, awesome. Great to have so many people on. We'll wait another, like we always do, we'll wait another minute or so. Very, very good. Hi, Diane. Awesome to see you. I'm looking forward to talking to Shawnee in a couple of days, and I'm looking forward to hearing how she's been since our chat last week also. All right, we'll go another 30 seconds, guys. Do me a favor. If you haven't already, let people know that we're on the line. Do me a favor and help me do that. Tag some people, share, let people know we're live. Sometimes they miss the notifications that we're live, but what they do get is your tag or your share or whatever it might be so that they can jump on and not only get this information, but the benefit with jumping on live is that you get a chance to interact and ask some questions so that I can provide you with even more value. Hi there, Belinda Jenkins. Lindley, hello, gorgeous. All right, we'll go another 15 seconds. Now listen, I don't know what state and city and country you're all from, but the weather's pretty bad here in Adelaide tonight, so hopefully the internet doesn't give us any disruptions. Hello there, Jamie. Hi, Tony-Annie. Awesome. All right. It's showing me that my internet is perfect at this end at the moment, but it keeps coming in and out with weak connection, so hopefully it doesn't go too bad, but the weather's pretty bad here, so... All right, hello there, Tish. All of you that work with kids in teachers or childcares, you guys are all going to get a lot out of this tonight and really be able to positively impact some lives of children. Thank you, Belinda, for sharing this. I really appreciate you. All right, let's get started on tonight's message. So tonight I was asked to cover the topic of bullying, right? And bullying can be on a whole different lot of scales. We can be talking some pretty hard bullying, in schools or whatever it might be, where it really starts to diminish a child's self-esteem. Or we can even just talk about, hurt feelings in and around the house, all right? And so I'm going to cover this from a bit of a basic level tonight, but also a way that can really have, even though it's a really simple technique, and it's a really simple words to be able to use, can have a profound difference. And more importantly, hey there, Larissa and Chris, hi. And more important than anything, that we can use name calling and hurt feelings and, what you call bullying, whether it's, kind of subtle or strong. We can use it as opportunities to teach our children where their power truly lies. So I guess the underlying philosophy that I want to really base everything on tonight that we talk about is that here's the truth. Let me explain this to you. It is never what somebody says to you that hurts you. It's never what they say that hurts you. It's what you believe about what they say that hurts you. Because if somebody tells you something that you refuse to believe and you just won't take it on, it doesn't hurt your feelings. You think they're an idiot for saying it. You're like, well, you're just stupid for saying that. If somebody told me that I'm a shy person, or you're so shy, I would be like, man, you are not, like, you actually are an idiot, right? There's just no way that I would be called shy. You are crazy. There's no way that I could take that on, but back a few years ago, if somebody had told me that I was, which I was at the time, very overbearing and over-dominant, that would hurt my feelings because I would feel some truth in that about what I believed about myself. So it's never what somebody says that hurts you. It's what you say to yourself about what they've said that hurts you. Does that make sense? hey, my connection's dropping in and out of weak. Are you guys with me? Give me some feedback here. Give me some taps or some love hearts or some, I don't know, smiley faces or some like buttons, just so I know that you're there and you're able to communicate and this connection doesn't get so weak that it drops out. So now we're perfect again. You guys here? Respond. I'm not going to go on until you respond. We can't miss this. Hit your like button or your love button or make a comment, and just so I know you haven't dropped out. All right, you're there. Okay, cool. Guys, do me a favor, okay? The whole way through, can you please give me, just, hit your buttons or whatever. If you don't know where they are, swipe across left in your comments button and you'll see them all come up, just because the internet, literally every, there you go, it's saying weak again now, 5 seconds. Now it's saying it's perfect. Now it's saying it's weak. Cool. I appreciate it. Now, also remember, all right, so some of you are saying it's dropping out, but some of you are saying it's all good. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the message. Communicate with me all the way through so that I know you're still with me, and I'll pause if we get lost or something. But also, quite often it displays better in the replay. So if you live in Adelaide particularly and you're dealing with the bad weather we've got here tonight, then that definitely can cause it to drop out. So stay with me the whole way through if you can. We won't be on the line too long. And if it was kind of annoying to watch, go back and watch the replay, because quite often, even though the screen goes a bit fuzzy, you're still able to get all the audio coming through perfectly. Okay, so we've established that it's never what someone says that hurts you. It's not what they say, it's what you say to yourself about what they say that hurts your feelings. And so here is an incredible line that you can use to teach your child about themselves, and about where their power truly lies, and also to help build their self-esteem and deflect the names or the judgments that hurt them. So the words of this, and I remember when I learned this, it was in a book by Chick Moorman, in the most incredible book I've ever read. Like, I literally read that book so much. It was called Parent Talk, and literally everything I teach you, is from that book, and everything that I've lived my parenting life by is from that book. I literally know it just about verbatim. But, so, all right, my connection's saying weak. You guys with me? I can't see any likes or something. I just don't want to miss this. All right, we're back on. Cool. So, here's what the word is. The words are. Now, you can use any object, but you're a car. So let's say your child comes in and say, hey there, Heath. Let's say your child comes in from outside or home from school or whatever it might be, or out from playing in the yard with their sibling, and they're bawling their eyes out and they're crying and they're feeling, and you're like, oh my gosh, what's happened? Did he hit you? Did she push you? Like, wow, I can tell something's happened. You are besotted. You're beside yourself. And then they say, oh, they called me stupid, or they called me ugly, or whatever. Now, there's something called a pattern interrupt. So number one, remember anything, and we're teaching our children about consciousness, right? We're teaching them that they are in full control of their world. And so, okay, thanks guys. I can see that you guys are saying that bits are coming in and out. All right, stay with me if you can, and if not, then you can, I'm going to stop interrupting myself, and if for any reason it's too bad, I'll either re-record this when the weather's better, or you guys can watch the replay. But for those of you that can, stay on. Cool? All right. Actually, let me just try one other thing. All right, I tell you what, it's saying it's perfect right now. Stay with me. Let's just get it in your hand, and let me just see if I can change this internet over. See if it's any better. Hey there, Ben. Good to see you, Daniela. Hello, Emma Loy, my cousin right there. All right, let's try this internet. Hang on, stay with me. Don't leave. Wait. You here? You here? You here? Tell me, is this better? I just changed internet over to Wi-Fi, but before the Wi-Fi was even worse than the mobile internet. Tell me how we are before we continue this message. I'll recap and I'll continue. Exactly, Diane. Whenever there's a powerful message, there's a force that shows up that tries to interfere, right? All good? Okay, I think we're good now. Definitely at my end, it's saying it's better. If it gets bad, give me the feedback and let me know. Okay, so just to recap, I see a lot of you have joined in the last couple of minutes since I started the message. So the underlying principle is teaching our children that they hold all the power. No one else can take their power from them, not by a name they call, not by a judgment or a criticism they pass on them, nothing. You get to decide when you hand over your power and when you claim and when you hold your power. So that's the message you want to use this, this bullying scenario to tell them. And so remember that whatever you give your attention to, whatever you give your energy to or your attention to, expands. So what you focus on expands. So they come in, or they've come home from school and they've got hurt feelings, and somebody said something, and clearly they must have believed it, or they must have felt some truth in it, because, you know, it's really hit them hard in their spirit. Nothing can hit you hard that you don't already believe about yourself. It's not that someone told you something that you didn't believe. It's that they validated something you did believe about yourself. So this can help you as a parent to highlight what your child actually thinks of themselves. These are good opportunities for you to get a solid understanding of where your child's level of self-esteem is at. All right? Because the only thing that hurts is what you believe about yourself, not what someone says. So it's a good indicator for you as a parent as well. Now, while they're giving their attention to what hurt their feelings, they're strengthening those feelings around it, and they're actually strengthening their belief of it, because whatever you give your attention to gets you, and whatever you give your attention to, it magnifies and it expands. And, you know, a thought that you think often enough, see, a belief system is nothing other than a thought that you've thought over and over again. So if you think a thought often enough, it'll become a belief. And a belief system is the default system that you operate from. It's the filter that you hear everything through in your life, okay? The way that you judge yourself and how you think of yourself, which then produces your self-esteem. So the first thing we want to do when they're giving all this energy, is this all right at your end? Yeah? The first thing we want to do when they're giving all this energy to this bad thought or to this bad feeling is we want to interrupt the current thought. We want to interrupt the current emotion and not add more power to that, all right? So it's called a pattern interrupt. So the words, "you're a car," it does two things. It's going to teach them an underlying principle, which I'll explain in a moment, but in the meantime, it interrupts the thought pattern that they're currently in. It pulls them out of, it's like, what? What? What's that got to do with how I'm feeling? So it interrupts that. You can't have two thoughts in your mind at one time. So now they're thinking about what you just said rather than thinking about how they're feeling about what someone else said, which they're adding energy to, which is strengthening that belief system they already have of themselves, which is detrimental to them. So, "you're a car," and then you pause. And they say, "What?" You say, "You're a car." Oh my gosh, you're a car. You've got a horn. You've got four wheels and a steering wheel. I can see your steering wheel. I'm going to call you a car. You're a car, car. And they're like, "What are you doing, Mum?" They're just in shock. They're like, "What's this got to do with anything?" And then you try to do this with them in question form. And you say something like, "I just called you a car. Something's going on here. I've just called you a car, but you're not crying. Why? Tell me what's going on for you. I've just called you a car, and that's not hurting your feelings. Tell me why." "Well, because I'm not a car, Mum. That's just stupid. I'm not a car." "Well, you know what? You're not stupid either. You know what? You're not ugly either. So if you don't believe you're a car, then why do you believe you're stupid? Why do you believe you're ugly? Why do you believe whatever it was that they said about you?" You see, the most important thing that ever gets said about you isn't what they say to you, it's what you say to you. Because just like when I told you you were a car, just like I told you that you were a car, inside your own mind, you said to yourself, "I'm not a car. She doesn't know me very well if she thinks I'm a car. Man, she's the crazy one if she thinks I'm a car." You see, what you said to yourself about what I said about you prevented that from hurting your feelings. It didn't even touch your spirit, not because of what I said, because of what you said to you. So when that person calls you stupid, and when that person calls you ugly, you get to play a role in what happens next. Because what you say when you talk to yourself in those next few seconds is gonna determine whether or not that hurts your feeling and crushes your spirit. Because you could say, "I'm not stupid. Geez, they don't know me very well if they think I'm stupid. Man, they're a bit crazy if they think I'm stupid. That's just ridiculous. I'm not a car and I'm not stupid." And so you've taught them such a life lesson, and at the same time you've disrupted the thought pattern that's attached to those emotions, which then becomes a fear to get bullied again. So you pattern interrupt them out of the thought that they're in, and you've put a new thought in their mind, and you also just taught them that even in some emotional pain, they are able to control how they feel by the way that they talk to themselves. And that's where all of their power lies in life. You will never, 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 never. My suggestion when dealing with bullying, or when dealing with, maybe not if it's really hardcore aggressive bullying, you certainly have to go to some deeper levels on all of this. But in the initial stages, it's the best opportunity to teach your children about consciousness and about, what they believe about themselves, and, really just how to talk to themselves, how important that conversation is. All right. Now, I know, hey there, I've seen a lot of you. Hey there, Shan. Hi there, Sean, Teresa, Esposito, lots of you. So, it's like, listen, my personal opinion on dealing with bullying and stuff is not to try to stop the bullying, because that does not prepare them for life. Because you might be there to stop the bullying in grade prep and grade 5 and grade 7 and year 10. But you won't be there all the time. When they get to the workplace, when they're owning businesses, when they're, whatever, when they've got jobs and bosses and, there's workplace bullying too, you may not ever escape that. When they play on sporting teams and they play a bad game and everyone tells them the whole team lost because of you, because you should have passed the ball and you bloody took the shot and you missed it, and it's all because of you that we all lose the whole season's grand final. All those kind of moments, you can't be there for all of them, and you're not in the inside of their mind. So, the opportunity, when they get teased or bullied or name called, you've got to teach them about life. Listen, I could teach you I can go and address your sister and I can give her consequences, and I will. However, what's more important to me isn't just what happened to you, it's how you handled it. I want to know, okay, one thing is they called you those names at school. We'll talk about that subject in a moment, but let me ask you now, how did you handle that? What did you say to yourself when they said that? Because you know what? You will never, never in life be able to control what people say to you. You can't control that, but you can control. You have full control over what you say to you when they say that to you. So your words need to be more important than their words. All right. And just using something like you're a car or you're a motorbike or, oh my gosh, you're a skateboard. You mean use anything you like. Oh my gosh, whatever it might be, it just disrupts the current thought and stops the energy flowing to it, which makes it expand, and it gives them a chance to go, well, you didn't believe that you're a motorbike when I told you you're a motorbike, so why do you believe you're stupid? You see, what's important isn't what they said. What's important is what you said. All right? So, it's pouring rain. I don't even know if you guys can even hear me. It's loud as right now, right outside my window here. So, cool. Now, we won't stand the line too much longer because I know it's a bit annoying at your end, given that, that it's dropping in and out. And listen, I appreciate you for staying on the line, because I get that it's probably pretty frustrating and, it's easier to just get off the line and watch it later. But I appreciate you staying on the line and giving me your energy and, sending through some feedback. So if you do have any more questions on this, please make sure you've joined the Powerful Parenting Facebook group. Share your testimonies if you use this language, but also if you have questions, get in there and ask me questions in there, because you'll ask a question and then a whole bunch of people will comment on your question. And if I can see there's a demand for a particular topic, I'll cover it in more detail. And if I don't have the ability to just cover it on Facebook Live, I'll make a video and I'll post it in the Powerful Parenting Facebook group. So that's where I'll be available to all of you as much as I possibly can. I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to answer everything. Hey there, Madeline Blanc. Hey there, Lisa. So if you do have any further questions or want any more discussion on this or clarity on this, I'll do what I can. I'll also be here in the comments to answer questions here. Again, sorry for the internet issues tonight, but, we're going to leave that up to the universe, because I can't control the weather. Not until I get my own universe. At the moment, I'm a guest here on this one. We all are, right? So anyway, guys, as I always say, don't ever leave anywhere the same person you were when you got there. Not ever, not even including this broadcast tonight. So as you leave here tonight, depart from here with courage. The courage to believe in a better way. The courage to voice what you've got to say. The courage to thrive when times are tough. And above all else, the courage to know you are good enough. Good night, everyone. Okay, Matt. Sorry to hear that your basketball team lost. I have 3 little girls. They are currently basically 5, 7, and 9 almost. Thanks for the question, Kenny. Good night, good night. Thanks for the love. Vroom.